A mother's push. This story is going to sound kind of, you're going to look at me kind of side-eyes, but when I use this story to kind of set up this text that we are engaged in today. But when I was about 12 years old, I was a little short, fat, round dude. I was a mama's boy. I was one of the children that my father would always say that Kevin he always says thank you. Kevin was one of those, for those of you all that were here back when I was that age, you remember, they always said that Kevin was just that, he was just so lovable. He was that one little child that he always said thank you. Even if it was for a piece of bubble gum, Kevin would always say thank you. But I was a mama's boy. I hung close to my mother. And I wasn't a guy who was engaged in a lot of street activity at age 12. And I had never, Theo, been in a fight because nobody would want to fight Kevin. Kevin was just a nice little boy. Until one day, I was out riding my bike. My daddy always bought me, kept us with nice bikes and things like that. I was riding my bike, and all of the kids in the neighborhood were riding their bikes or out in the street. And I was coming down, and me and a couple of my friends were playing bikes. And one of the dudes from the neighborhood who was trying to impress the crowd, he came up and took my bike. Yeah, he took my bike. And when he took my bike, because he saw that the people were pushing him on, he took my bike, he picked it up over his head, and he slammed my bike. He slammed my bike, brand new bike. My father just bought it from Sears. You remember Sears, blue and yellow BMX bike. I loved the bike, and he slammed my bike, and everybody started to laugh. I mean, everybody started to laugh. Some of the people that I thought were my friends were starting to laugh. They seemed to enjoy what he was doing to me. Some of the people that I thought were my friends seemed to be enjoying what I was going through. I immediately did what Kevin did. I ran home. I ran home because what am I going to do? I had never been into a fight. I wasn't a fighter. These kids, I thought, I wasn't going to fight nobody. I just go home, and my father, like he said, I ran in the house, and I was crying, and I said, Billy Proctor, I've been scarred because I remember his name, right? 40 years later, and I could call his name. Billy Proctor took my bike and picked my bike up and slammed it, and I started crying.